Reese. Reese. Hey,
Yes.
Reese. Wake up.
Yes. Yes.
Wake up, Reese. Wake up,
Come on.
Reese. Wake up.
I've got my
Reese,
voice back.
You were having a nightmare.
Oh, okay.
You were shaking and foaming at the mouth.
Why are you sleeping next to me? Where's my wife?
Because it was time to record our show, and the bed just looked so inviting. I came a few hours early into your house, and I thought I'd take a nap next to you. You're very warm.
Thanks.
Yeah, I liked being a sandwich between the two of you. But it's time to record now. Tell me, quick, get up, put on some PJs, stop being naked, and tell me what's the show going to be about today.
Well, Jesse, as the fog of sweet slumber lifts, name things that people like to smuggle.
People like to smuggle?
Yes.
People like to smuggle jewelry, drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Money in the anus. We all love that.
Money in the anus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Does smuggling mean only anus stuff? Is that?
No, it's not a word for like storing
stuff in your anus
cavity.
I didn't think so. Yeah. Okay.
No. It was just a joke.
Okay. I guess exotic animals and plants. You can smuggle those. Yeah.
How about margarine?
Margarine?
Yeah, you call it margarine. I call it margarine.
Smuggling margarine. All right.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Not intentionally. No.
Jesse Harley, accidental margarine smuggler. That's what it says on your Wikipedia. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Bootleg margarine.
I'm excited. Stop being naked. Put some pants on.
Well, how else am I going to smuggle margarine?
Politics and Canada is a snooze fest. Paying attention is one hell of a test. But dig a little deeper, it's a dumpster fire. Sex, drugs, corruption, and everyone's a liar. Assassination, genocides, overpriced bread. A prime minister who talks to the dead. A province that tried to ban all cars. A premier smoking crack in strip bars. So stick around, we know you won't be snoring. It's a new episode of Canadian Politics is Boring. A cool podcast with Reese and Jesse. Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome to Canadian Politics is Boring. My name is Reese Waters and with me is Jesse Harley. Hello, Jesse.
Hello, Reese. How are you doing?
How's Morocco?
Morocco's great. I just had... there are times in a man's life, a cis hetero man's life, where you meet a woman.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
what does cis mean?
I think it means you were born the gender you were assigned with at birth. So, like,
is it an acronym?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's an acronym.
It's like WFAC. Okay,
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a time in a man's life where you meet a woman so beautiful you act like a loon. And that happened to me just now. I was going, I'm going to get a coffee before we record this show.
Okay.
And I don't like this episode will come out like a week after I'll have met her. So, and I told her the name of the show, but like I want to be talking to her at this point, I'm sure. So that's fine if she finds.
I'm sure random men asking her to listen to their podcast in coffee shops is.
No, she said first. She's like, you've got a really, really cool voice. I feel like you'd be good on a podcast. I'm like, funny you should mention that. I'm about to go record one, and we talked about it, and then she asked for the name of the show. So I did not volunteer this information.
Are you hoping she's going to listen to this and then?
I told her she knows the name. She knows the name of the show.
Oh, that's good.
So, well, I'm not hoping she's going to listen to this. No, I'm saying I'm hoping that we've
after you just climbed into bed with me and my wife.
Anyway, I went to get a coffee to get some energy, and I looked around. And it's fucking sweltering, like 31 degrees here, and there's no places in the shade. And there's this girl sitting by herself on a big bench, and I just looked at her. I'm like, "Hey, listen, there's no shade anywhere. Can I just join you?" She's like, "Sure." I sit down. I turn away. I'm reading on my Kindle. I have no intention of bothering her or anybody. I just want to read and have a coffee for 25 minutes before recording the show. 5 minutes goes by and she turns and asks me where I'm from. I'm like, oh, okay. And we start talking and she's so pretty. I feel like I have to be on stage, like I'm performing. Like I don't know how to act like a normal human being, like, like I'm telling stories from when I met my friend Christopher in Texas at the podcast convention. I'm telling her about our show, about being a filmmaker and being an extra. And like, I feel like literally felt like I was performing.
Were you
But
exhausted?
it was a little exhausting afterwards. Oh, now I'm recording a podcast and I have no place to record it but my bed. Yeah. Someone came into our dorm, our 6-bed dorm, which is going to happen while we record this show. So anyway, that happened to me. And then I, after the show ended, after my performance ended, I said I have to go, and I paid the check and immediately left. So
is that why you text me saying I might be a bit late? It's because you were talking to her.
No. I'm always late. That's why.
Okay.
I just assumed. Anyway, how's winter? It's 31 fucking degrees here.
Oh, it was. We had a ton of snow yesterday, like loads of, but really heavy, damp, wet snow. Like not nice snow, not like fluffy snow like in a Hallmark movie. This was like heavy snow that like makes your clothes wet and damp and heavy. It was great. I love it. Love it.
That sounds fun, man.
Yeah.
I got videos sent to me yesterday by friends of the snow in Canada, and I'm like, oh, this is.
But nothing.
The right choice.
And I've been really ill this week as well. I was like delirious at one point, and I think I slept almost like 16 hours straight. And I was very grateful.
Never get sick.
I'm very grateful to my wife. What happens is I go into like almost like a state of like hibernation. I sleep for an intense period of time, and then I get better again. That's really weird.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Like I'm regenerating, like Doctor Who. But I was very grateful because my wife did everything for the kids for a few days. Like she did all the meals, all the admin, all the every brush.
Very sweet. She brushed their teeth. Is that what you said?
No, just to make sure they did it, because they'll just run upstairs. They'll run the toothbrush into the tap for 30 seconds and run back down if they're their way.
That's fucking funny.
They really don't value their teeth.
I don't know. It's really funny that kids.
But ironically, when they fall out, they expect money.
That's why they don't brush their teeth, Reese. They want them to fall out.
They want the money. So, but the other thing I was going to say was, this is a special friends episode as well. I forgot to mention at the top. So this is just
my special lady friend won't have heard this at all.
This will be part of the free preview.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine.
So she could. Why not get? You could. Maybe she's not your lady friend. Maybe you should look at her as a new subscriber. Maybe that'd be better. But the other thing I was going to say was, before we get on with the content, Jesse,
yes.
Pierre Polyev has just had an incredible endorsement from someone who just makes everything look better.
Okay.
Alex Jones.
Oh my God! What? Of course. The
unhinged, heavily addicted conspiracy theorist who was success. I don't know, but he's clearly
he's on something.
He's definitely on something, and who has been successfully sued by the parents of the kids who were killed in Sandy Hook, who were then defamed and abused by people he was the kind of ringleader of.
What happened? Because I only heard a brief mention of that story, and from what little I heard, which, to be fair, I did not do a deep dive into this at the time. With what little information I had, I was on his side. Like, he was
really. Oh my God, Jesse, you could not be more wrong.
Hear me out. Okay, no. Listen, hear me out. Well, maybe I am, because I don't have the information, and maybe it was like way worse than.
Well, you tell me, and I look forward to giving you the information.
Okay, yeah, This is how this works, though, right?
No, exactly.
From what little I've heard, he had a show, and he had a conspiracy theory about Sandy Hook. And he talked about this conspiracy theory, and most of his conspiracy theories are wrong, right? They're wrong. And when people go through a traumatic event, if you talk about it in an ill-themed light, and it makes them feel bad, people feel like they have, it's like suing someone for saying something you don't like is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely.
That's not what happens.
As Elon Musk so famously put it, freedom of speech only matters when someone you don't like is saying something you don't like. Which is
exactly why he canceled that show after one episode when they asked him difficult questions.
Right, but I didn't. But I guess he's insane. No, don't get me wrong. Alex Jones is insane, right? But like to believe in freedom of speech is to believe the right for people to say things you don't like hearing. That's freedom of speech, right? If he was sued and sued successfully for simply saying something people didn't like to hear, that's not okay. I'm not okay.
That's not what happened, though. He actively fed a narrative to his audience that all of the parents who had their kids murdered in Sandy Hook were crisis actors. Their kids didn't exist, and they were getting paid by the government. And then he would go to Sandy Hook and make documentaries about this kind of stuff and send people there. And then these parents, while grieving the loss of their children, had to deal with death threats and people turning up at their houses and abusing them.
Wow. Okay.
So this isn't about freedom of speech. This is about totally like taking some people whose lives had already been destroyed and then destroying them even more because you realized that the thing that you'd started talking about as a conspiracy theory was trending and that he just pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. He was successfully sued for $1.5 billion.
Wow.
By the families.
So he sucks.
If you want to enjoy us and support the show and enjoy the rest of the content we have on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Canadian Politics is Boring, where we have hours and hours and hours of episodes that you have never heard before and that you can go and enjoy. We also enjoy having fun with our patrons, share links, funny stuff that's going on that we don't necessarily put on our public feeds too. So we hope you will join us there and support the show. But if that's not for you, we'll still be back next week with a free episode.